¿Qué lo que Knicks fans? Welcome to episode 52 of Knicks fans Wild and recording this after absolutely disgusting Knicks loss to the Magic. They lose 106-111. The Knicks were down by as much as 21 points. 21 points to the Orlando Magic. Listen, the Magic, I feel like their record is better, the team is better than their record, excuse me. So I don't think they're bad teams like Magic teams before, but still, this team is thinking lottery. They're not in it, and this is a game that the Knicks just had to handle. They just had to win this game. They're on a 2 game losing streak. Now they're on a 3 game losing streak, and they don't play for a few more games now till next week. They just had to get this game. Miami is on our backs. Brooklyn is still on our backs. So it was just a frustrating loss, all in all. So we got to bring in the guys just to talk it out. Uh, Don Juan, tell the people it was really good, man.
Yo, what's going on, Nick fans? Nick Don Juan in the building, Knicks fans. What an episode was this? 50, 52, 53? Man, but just know that we not really looking good right now. Playoffs coming around the corner. But what's going on with the Knicks, man? Three in a row? Three in a row. That's not what we expected in this last 4 games coming back from the last episode. It's not what we expected. I think I had 2-2. Most of us had more than 2-2. Like, what's going on, man? We coming to playoffs. We shouldn't be looking like this. But just know, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. It's Knicks fans wilding. We out here. We're not looking good though. Not looking good with Knicks fans right now, man. A lot.
Yo, my bad, man. A little technical difficulties there. Zebo, tell the people it was really good, man.
Yo, we here, man. Listen, I'm gonna do a little bit of pleasantries because I ain't gonna lie. For the rest of the show, is I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to really be critical about my guy. But listen, man. This Monday, me and Triple M, we had a pretty. I ain't gonna lie. Other than the loss, we had a pretty good day. We saw my guy. We saw my guy David Lee, All Star. Mr. Double Double. And we did see, I'm not going to mention his name because of how he's been playing, but we did see somebody score 57 points. And so to see that with my guy, I ain't going to lie, that was pretty dope. So, but yeah, other than that's it. That's the last positive thing I'm saying for the rest of the
Yeah, man.
episode.
It was a good night Monday, but it's Thursday night, so we gotta recap this game with the Orlando Magic, man. And let me tell you something. That was a nasty loss. Yes, we didn't have Jalen Brunson, but Julius Randle. Julius Randle absolutely broke down again, threw another tantrum, tried to go after the refs, his teammates holding him back. Emmanuel quickly stepped in. Randall kind of looked at quickly, kind of looked like he was about to shove quickly. It was one of those games where you like, man, it's tiring. It's tiring seeing that over and over again with Julius. And it's at this point, grow up, man. You're the oldest person in the rotation. Like guys look at you as the leader of this team. And this is just, I talked about it a few weeks ago when I was like, would you trade Randall still? And I said, yeah, I think I would. Like if the package was right, even though I'm getting comfortable now with Randall and stuff like that. But it was just another moment where Julius really blew mine. And then we look at this guy who many thought would be given the keys to this franchise when we drafted him, RJ Barrett. Just a ghost like performance from RJ after playing pretty well yesterday, man. 3 of 12 from the field, 10 points, 3 assists. I mean, come on. When Jalen Brunson goes down, you figure RJ is going to step up. And he just didn't again, man. Just a disappearing act. So the Knicks, there was a lot of negatives with this loss. Mitchell Robinson takes one shot, man, like 2 points, 12 rebounds. Quickly, he was being aggressive, but his game was not that good either today. 7 of 17 from the field. He was kind of pushing it. Man, a lot of negatives, bros. So I gotta start with you, Zebo, man. What you gotta say about this loss?
I mean, if I were just to put it in one word, bro, it's just inconsistent. Inconsistency, bro. And it's something that we've been harking on the whole season. And now I've kind of, when you guys have brought up the point about Randall keeping his emotions in check, I've kind of taken a step back because you do love the fire, you do love the passion, but there is a there is a line that you just can't pass, and that's something that the elite players know. Like again, because again, we do see NBA stars every single time, complaining and arguing with the rest, but they know that line not to cross. And I just feel like for the past few games, and this game was just a clear example of it. Julius Randle just he needs to keep his emotions in check, man. He needs to hold it down. And then the worst part is for you to go ahead and come at your teammate, to come at your starting point guard, right? To come at your starting point guard in the game right now, knowing Jalen Brunson is injured, and knowing that you got to bring confidence into your team. Being the lead, being one of the leaders in the team is just it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating, and it's starting to get a little exhausting because I know how elite he is, but he just has to get his emotions in check. He needs to hold it down.
For sure, man. Don Juan, what you gotta say, bro?
That was just a tough game to watch. I mean against the Magic, a team that's over here pretty much in the lottery, looking forward probably to at least a top five pick. You expect the Knicks to, whether they have Brunson out or not, you expect this to be, a dub at the end of the day. Easy or not, this should have been a W. And based on the results of the last few games, going into this game, I wasn't really that confident. To tell you the truth, I wasn't really that confident. And to see Randall out here blowing up is like, what's going on? Last few games of the season, these aren't things that we should be worrying about right now. I like for real. That Randall blowing up the defense, like these are things that we shouldn't be even questioning right now. At the end of the day, defense has been a focal point. Is literally what's been keeping us afloat because at the same time, a lot of doubt was Randall. Is he really all star? Questionable. A lot of people would say. Is Brunson an all star? A lot of people would still say, it's questionable as well. But at the end of the day, we still out here getting dubs. But right now, like the last few games of the season, what's going on? Like we shouldn't be losing games right now. These are games that we want to win because we also trying to play for seeding, play for position, but also to keep the confidence to let people know, like, all right, we the real deal. Like we out here trying to upset some people in the top 1 through 4, however the seeding plays out. But that's our goal as Knicks right now. And these last couple games, I'm not gonna lie, they've been flipping the script, and I could be convinced where I'm like, yo, we might be missing. Obviously, we know we're missing a piece, but maybe we're just not that team that's gonna be looking to upset people in the playoffs based on how recent play. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's the ebb and flow of the season. I feel like, just the other day we beat the Nuggets, we was riding high. Pause. We beat the Celtics. We beat another team I forgot off the top of my head, and everybody was feeling great, jolly. And now we lose three in a row, and now we're not feeling good. I think it's the ebb and flow of the season. This season has been a roller coaster. We know that,
Oh, it's
but this
been a
team
roller
is
coaster.
is has they passed our expectations. Don't get me wrong, but team still has a lot to prove. They still have a lot to prove, and you like that you see guys like Quentin Grimes. We got to talk about Quentin Grimes today, man. Shout out to Quentin Grimes.
That was
20
huge.
he was carrying us. He had 25 points, hit 5 3-pointers, had 5 rebounds, had 6 assists. This is somebody talking a trade that we don't want to talk about, but this is a guy that the Knicks really wanted to hold on to, and he's come. This is winning time. This is winning time. There's 7 games left in the season. After today's game, so you still in the fifth seed. You still in pretty good shape. You hold your own destiny because we play the Magic again. I mean, excuse me, the Heat again next week. So everything is still solid right now for the Knicks. Like we just can't just go overboard. Like oh man, like season's over. Like I'm sure a lot of people on social media and friends and family they're gonna be like, oh, this team sucks. We know that. Whatever the case might be. I mean, the foundation is still solid. We play the Rockets on Monday. That's the first must-win game of the season. Like, there's no way we can lose that
That's a
game.
fact. That's a fact.
There is no way we can lose that game, man,
And
at
mind you,
all.
this is one of the first breaks we had. I think we're gonna have 3 days off up until that game, so we're gonna
Yeah,
have
so we
lots of
gotta we
rest.
gotta get your mental right. Jalen Brunson, I hope that hand injury wasn't serious. The guy's a warrior, and if he misses today's game, I'm sure it was kind of serious. So he gets time to rest up. Team gets time to practice. But it's time to lock in, fellas. The Knicks
Yeah, man.
have to lock in. It is winning time, like I just said. Like there's no way we can lose to the Rockets, and we have to beat the Heat at home. We have to take care of Miami at home. So still a lot to discuss, but we got to unpack this defense, man. This Knicks defense has been a joke as of late. They gave up 140 to the Timberwolves, man. That game was no defense at all. Zebo said we was out there chilling, and it was like an all-star game between two teams that were not all-star. It was just Terry on Prince, man, 8 for 8 from the three-point. Like, come on, you just can't make that stuff up.
Who?
Yeah, I don't even know if I said his
Who?
name right, man. And then we go down to Miami. They put up they shoot 57% from the field as well, man. And they put up a couple points too. Not sure how much. Let me double check that real quick. But
127.
127. So that game against the Heat, there was no defense there either. And they shot 57% from the field. And we had guys like Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love out here raining threes on us. Max Struess. Like, come on. You know, a emphasis that's been part of the Knicks all year. The reason we love this team, they've been tough, they've been gritty, and they've been doing their thing all year. Now they're getting lackadaisical because the schemes haven't changed. Everything is still the same. It's really getting out on your man, rushing out there, putting the hands up. And the Knicks are just not doing that. So I kind of want to talk to you guys about what's going on with the defense. It was okay today, but you're talking about a Magic team, that they just not ready for prime time. So that's why I feel like the defense was good today. But against teams like the Heat, teams like the Timberwolves, who are a playoff team, that defense was shaky. It was very shaky. So Don Juan, what you got to think? What you got to say about the defense? Any stats you got there about how bad this defense has been?
Well, for starters, man, where's the effort? Where's the effort? I'm not gonna lie. It can be that the minutes are catching up to the people, man. The minutes are catching up to our guys. But at the end of the day, it's the effort. At least I just want to see effort from our guys. That's the biggest thing. I felt like these last few games, people looking at the schedule, we have been getting a lot of days off lately in the bunches. We from the West Coast trip we had 3 days off. Now we have a few games. Boom, another 3 days off. Like maybe the effort isn't there because they just getting too comfortable. But realistically, that's not what we're looking for. But against a team like the Timberwolves who are missing Anthony Edwards, are missing Carl Anthony Towns, to score 140, it's a little bit much, man. It's a little bit much considering the talent that they have. You talking about a bunch of second string, third string players out here putting numbers to a team like, bro, the Knicks been actually playing great defense. So for a team like the Timberwolves without their stars to put up 140 points is a bit embarrassing. Now then you look at the Heat, 127. They shot 50% from the field, 50% from three. It's like, hold up, bro. Are you kidding me? First, let me just mention another stat for you. The Heat are one of the worst scoring teams in the NBA. They score 109 points. They score 127 runs. 127. And this is a Knicks team that be strapping up left and right. But these last few games, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know. But then also, wait up, there's more. The Heat, they shoot literally, they're the bottom of the barrel and shooting threes, and they made 50 some percent. Mind you, we've been playing great defense from like we've been defending the three really good, and the three has been like a weakness under Tom Thibodeau from seasons past. Even early in the season, we had some moments where we looked bad, but this season we actually was protecting the, guarding the three right, based on what we also had. The rotations have been great. The players have been putting the effort, but these last few games, it's just like people ain't willing to help their man. They're not willing to rotate right. They're just not really putting the effort to go through screens. What's going on, man? These are not problems that we should not be dealing with in game, 8, last game of the, game 8 of the few games that we got. We're about to go into the playoffs. We're really playing for a seeding here, guys. Really
Yeah,
playing for a seeding. So I'm not really looking. I'm looking confident, yes, but at the same time, like,
you uneven. You uneven right now.
like the team, it's not what I expected. How we gonna end the season? I never said we were gonna end 51 games, but I expected at least, based on the trajectory for us to at least win 2 games, this 4 games. We
Yeah,
won
man.
4 games that we looked forward to it. We try to project what we had, and just me just playing it safe. I said 2-2, and we went 1-4. So that's a pretty big deal for me. At least I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same way though.
Don Juan is fed up. Game 75, and the Knicks are slacking on defense. Yeah, you're right. You look at Tom Thibodeau, you think about like we have a guy to Miles McBride off that bench who's a dog on defense. So you figure like why not try him? Why not use him? Like for example, today's game, he played the first half, did not play the second half again.
Yeah, that
So
was crazy.
that's the kind of thing that worries you with Tom Thibodeau and the fact can he adjust. We saw in the Atlanta series he did not adjust at all, and it ended up costing us because he tried to adjust too late. So it's just worrisome because it's like, where is Deuce McBride when guys are letting it rain on three, and that's his specialty right there.
Yeah,
Mike Conley was running amok on us.
that's a fact.
Deuce can
I
get
mean,
on these guys. He can get on them. Put them in the game. Give him
even
a
even
chance.
game Vista last night against the Heat. He did
También.
his thing. Like he was attacking, making sure that Jalen Brunson was at least putting some type of effort on defense, and whether it was a pick here, pick there, like he still made it hard for him to keep up. And personally, that's something that has me worried. I'm not gonna lie. That's something that going into these playoffs, man, I feel like people are gonna take advantage. These are some things that we looked at. Even the Hawks, yeah, we got to target Trey Young in the playoffs. Are we gonna do that to? Are they gonna do that to Jalen Brunson, for instance? So
Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's see what Zebo got to say about this atrocious defense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm concerned, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very concerned. This shouldn't be happening with 8 games left to the season. I mean, as far as our defense, bro, the rotations have just been sloppy. As far as us guarding the three, the paint, bro, the paint is bro. The paint is open for business. Like we could, anybody could get, legit, man. Nas Reed. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is, man. The paint is open, and for us to legit give up 50% from three, like that's really unheard of. Like me and Triple M, we're legit looking at the scoreboard. Like, hold on. Are they legit shooting 70 and 60% from three? Like that's just crazy. And so for it to happen right now at the end of the season, I'm concerned, man. Like the rotations have just been completely sloppy as far as switching on defense, and also just as far as some of the lineups, man. Like the coaching staff, we gotta put some blame on the coaching staff. Like I'm usually the Tibbs dude, but man, some of these rotations at the end of the game and also during the
They
beginning of
didn't
the game
go.
has just been horrible. Yeah, man, they just been horrible. And so, yeah, man, I'm super concerned right now. Like for us to be giving up 140 points, man, to the Timberwolves, like for real,
Yeah.
No Carl Towns, no Anthony Edwards. Like, come on, man.
That was
And
good.
listen, man, like I'm really concerned because I don't know if you guys know this, man, but listen, Milwaukee, they haven't let their foot off the gas. Like they just been going crazy whole season. You have Boston, they just spanked Sacramento, Sacramento by 40. Like again, they're gonna be good once the playoff
Damn,
comes.
what was
And
that?
Philly, this was a few days ago. And then you have Philly, bro. Joel Embiid is going for MVP right now. Like right now, him and Harden look in sync right now. And I don't know if y'all noticed, man, but the Cavs just took two in a row from the Nets right now. Like the Cavs are looking really good right now. And Miami, listen, as much as we trash on Miami, Miami is looking like playoff Miami right now. And
They're
you know
looking
what
like they
happens
can
once
hit a lot of free throws. That's what they're
they,
looking like.
I mean, that's what it is. Like this is a team that legit went to the finals in the bubble and went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and legit almost made it to the finals. So again, like and we're legit in the middle of the pack of that. And so for us to be going through this slump right now at the end of the season with with people not controlling their emotions, with with people being inconsistent, with
Who's
as far
people?
as
Who's
RJ
people? Who's
Barrett.
people?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm talking about RJ Barrett, man. I'm talking about Julius Randle, man. Like we need to start seeing some consistency. Because I'm not gonna lie, like if we go out like we did in 2020 against Atlanta, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be disappointing for me. And so
Man,
it's starting to look it's starting to look a little embarrassing because like I said before, the teams on top and right near us, they starting to get into form.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Zebo was. Oh, he had to go on mute. He had to take a deep breath
I had to
after
take a
that.
breathe. I
Nah,
had to take a breathe. I
Wow.
had to take a breathe. I had to
yo,
take a breathe.
nah. Zebo was throwing hot
Wow.
Yeah.
venom on the
Nah, I'm
Knicks, bro. Nah,
nervous.
nah.
Yeah.
That's good take, bro. That's good take. Listen, I mean, those are the championship aspiration teams, battle tested. Now, the Knicks, are we going to step up to the plate? Like I mentioned earlier in the episode, are we going to match that intensity? We have to see
Yeah.
because as much as we was booking that Cavaliers matchup, we could fall into the play-in easily. We could easily fall into the play-in, and the play-in, man. Oh my God, I do not want to fall into the play.
And just real quick, I mean, even going against the Cavs, you're not a little nervous. Like I'm not gonna lie,
Now, of course,
I'm nervous. I'm
of course.
nervous against the Cavs right now. Like the Cavs are looking scary. Like even bro, even Julius Randle going against Evan Mobley. Like even though Evan Mobley, this is his second year, that's a dog
Yeah.
right there. And then we
He's a
know
beast, bro.
and then we know Spider's gonna come up. So and he's gonna be playing at home. So that matchup really does scare me. And for this to be happening at this point of the season, nah, like
I mean,
uh,
even though we a lot of people want Cleveland, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Cleveland is not going to be easy against Cleveland, and that Donovan Mitchell narrative, if he eliminates us, man, is going to be unbearable. It's going to be an unbearable summer, but we'll cross that road down the road because I
yeah.
don't even want to think about it right
And
now.
he's better than Trey Young. So imagine the type
Well, it's a
if we don't
different
really
team.
step up
It's a
like
different team, though. It's a different team. Alfred Payne and Reggie Bullock is not going to be guarding him, but
No,
I know it's
that's
a
it
true.
is a different team, and that's probably why we should, that should be coming to at least be a cause of concern based on how we've been playing recently. Just because that team, we've been beating them this season, but it's almost like that same narrative that we were running with on 2021 when we were facing the Hawks, that we just thought based on our season matchup that was gonna be an easy dub. So I'm not gonna lie, a lot of fans have been calling out Cleveland, and
I
that's
mean,
been a
but
fact.
then
Like
then you want to
Nah, yeah,
how
they
criticize.
these fans
crazy.
are, and don't get me wrong, I'm a victim of
Okay.
the situation. I've been calling out the Cavs too, but it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy,
Nah, I
man.
don't
Nah,
think
I ain't gonna
anybody
lie.
thinks
I've
it's
been
gonna
When it
be
comes
quiet.
easy.
to a 7 game series, the game slows down, and the teams prep for each other. Oh man, just
Nah,
though,
I ain't gonna lie. I've
what
been
feels good
quiet.
about this though is that we gonna be in the playoffs, fellas. We
But
gonna be
we
in the
don't know
playoffs,
yet. We
and that's
don't
just
know.
what we want.
We don't
I
know
mean,
yet.
it's not we don't know. We come on now. The Knicks are gonna wake up. They gonna figure it out. Jalen Brunson's
Let's
out. Come
see.
on.
2 games. We're 2 games away from not being in the playoff.
Nah, nah,
So
nah. I don't
let's
think we will fall off. I'm not gonna think we will fall off. My money's on the Knicks going. Make it to the playoffs anyway. So
well let's talk about it then, fellas. Here we are, 4 games next week. Definitely the biggest week in the next season for sure. And I'm gonna read you Brooklyn's next 3 games. So let's match up real quick, fellas. Let's match up real quick. See how we looking. So the Knicks. So I mean Brooklyn. They face the Heat coming up. Brooklyn against Miami. So that's kind of a win-win for the Knicks right there. Because somebody got
big
to
time.
lose. Somebody got to lose, and somebody got to fall back. So they play the Heat on Saturday. Then they play Orlando on Sunday. Then they play the Rockets on Wednesday. So 2 winnable games right there for Brooklyn here as they have. That's their next 3 games for Brooklyn. And let's look at Miami real quick as it loads up here, man. You already know vibes. Triple M, Don Juan, Zebo, talking Knicks, talking what's ahead for the Knicks, and looking at other teams. That's what we do here late in the season. So here we go. Miami, they play Brooklyn, like I mentioned. Then they play Toronto. Then they play us. So that's right there. Miami's looking good. Like they can easily win those next 2 games for sure before they face us. And that'll be a different outcome for us. So, fellas, the Knicks, their next few games is against the Rockets, against the Heat, and at Cleveland. Scary, scary times coming up. So I want to ask you what you guys think of the Heat and Brooklyn schedule, and what you want to see for these next 3 games for the Knicks right here. Obviously, besides winning, man, we got to get it together though. Don Juan, what you think? Listen, the Brooklyn schedule's a little easy, and the Miami they're playing well. So, and we're gonna see them.
Well, for starters, it really doesn't matter what the other teams do, even though it does. We just
Hmm.
got to get it together, man.
Yeah.
We really got to figure it out because at the end of the day, like whether it's Mitchell Robinson coming out saying some things, whether it's Julius Randle getting technical fouls, kind of just
Even quickly
it,
today, anybody seen the
no
article? You know,
quickly too, yeah, quickly with his recent statements where he's at the end of the day, right now, to get some words about you want some type of increased role is just something bigger of yourself. I respect it.
he wants to be a
I mean,
starter.
we will have to talk about it honestly, but realistically, like to hear stuff like that in the middle of a playoff run, and not even like I would have expected maybe a little early in the season, but we're literally a few games to the end of the season to hear some things like I want to be a starter. Granted, he should be a starter and have that aspiration for himself, but it's just the wrong time. And maybe the person that was the journalist that was in the interview and whatnot, picked the wrong time. But at the same time, like I just want a lot of the things that the Knicks should be worried about, whether it's addressing the 3-point percentage or against us, or just rotation, or just communication on the court. Like it's just why we're trading backwards at the wrong time, at the wrong point of the season. Like I think with these games coming up, those are little things that we really should be addressing. Granted, a lot of the teams that we are playing are teams that we played well all season. But guess what? Because we played well all season, these teams that we're facing want to, like just the Heat a few days ago, the Heat made sure that they weren't gonna lose. So a team
Hmm.
like the Nets, a team like the Cavs, they gonna make sure, or a team like the Heat, they gonna make sure that they gonna give us the A game. So guess what? We have to do the same. And hopefully with this break that Brunson got tonight, we could get the best of him, you know, on Monday after because it is with Thursday night, Friday night by the time the Friday morning by the time the episode drops. But Brunson's gonna have a few games off, a few days off, so hopefully he's recovered. But we really need to address this, man, because at the end of the day, we don't want to go into the playoffs on some, you know, on a 5 game, 6 game losing streak. Like, this is not how we're trying to end the season, right? We're trying to keep it going, keep it flowing, how the whole season's been playing out, and not like, are we getting exposed in the last few games? Like, that's it. Really feels that way. It really feels that way, man. But
Can
hopefully,
be.
it's not the case.
It can be, man. Zebo, what you thinking here, Miami? They have easy schedule in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, from what it tells me is that we do control our own destiny. Our own destiny. I mean, these next 4 games, if we can go 3-1, because I do expect for Brooklyn and Miami to at least. I mean, Miami. I'll be honest. I'm not even sure at this point because that's how good they're that's how good they're doing right now. But as far as Brooklyn, I do expect Brooklyn to lose a few of these games. So I mean, from what the schedule tells me right now is that we do control our own destiny right now. As long as we start seeing some consistency. Now, obviously, that depends on Jalen Brunson's injury and how he's doing. But if he needs a little extra rest, I don't see why we can't. I don't see why these next 4 games we can't take 3 of them even without Brunson. As long as people just keep their emotions in check, as long as we're consistent, as long as the coaching staff is putting people in the right position, putting in people in the right positions, right rotations. So, I mean, from what it tells me, honestly, is that there should be no reason why we drop down at all.
Yeah,
So
you guys all brought up valid points. I mean, we are ahead. We're 1.5 game ahead of Miami and 2 games ahead of Brooklyn. So we just have to find our footing and right this ship. And you just think about how important that 8 game winning streak early in the season was, how important that 9 game winning streak recently in the season was. Like the Knicks needed every single game, every huge game that they won against Boston, big game against Cleveland, Brooklyn. When you go down the list, this Knicks team's been fun. They've been figuring it out all year. It's been a tough 3 games, but I'm not jumping off the ship yet. I believe that this team will lock in, believe that they can take care of the Rockets on Monday, come back Wednesday at home and protect the Garden. I mean, that's what you just have to do when you're a good team. And the next episode might be completely different if we win these next 2 games, and we're 3 games ahead or 4 games ahead with 5 games left. So it is what it is, man. So just Knicks fans, let's lock in New York Knicks. Let's lock in and right this ship and get things together. Because there's 7 games left into the season. We've had a great year, 42 wins. Gotta find and lock in and get this fifth seed and see where it lands. Because we do not want to hit that plane. You already know, man. But let's get up out of here, fellas. Because we've talked a lot about this team and just the struggle. And Zebo, what are your final thoughts here?
honestly, let's lock in, man. Let's start
Lock
being a
in.
little. Yeah, that's it, man. Let's just start locking in right now. That's all I really got to say, man. Let's just lock in and let's see what happens, man. It's an exciting time for us. Even though it's been a little somber with this 3 game losing streak, it's still an exciting time for us because again, last time we was here was 2020. So, good things. There's still good things happening. So I mean, even us, we just gotta stay positive and see what happens.
Yes, sir, Don Juan.
Hey, everyone, Nick fans out here, man. We last few games haven't been looking good. I'll tell you that. Just based on my energy, I'm coming back off the World Baseball Classic where we got the lit vibes all around in the Yami. But you talking about the Knicks, man? They've been having some terrible games. I mean, it seems like we treading backwards. What the hell is going on? But we ain't gonna stop here. I'm pretty sure these guys are. It's just in need of a break, man. It's been a long season, but we out here. We gonna do our thing. You know, it's just injuries happen, whatever the case may be. The effort is gonna come around. I believe in our guys. Realistically, I believe in my guys, man. They've been holding it down all season, man. So let's just believe in our guys. We need the effort, man. The Twitter world, they be out here trying to be on some negative shit, man. Fuck that. I know y'all been y'all been waiting for the moment to turn on our guys, man. But this ain't the time to turn on our guys. We need to keep supporting, man. The last few games of the season, playoffs coming around the corner. Let's just keep pushing. Our guys gonna make a run. I'm not saying championship, but we're gonna do a little something. We're gonna do a little damage. I know half of y'all didn't get the expectation to even make it past the first round, man. We're gonna do a little something. We're gonna push it forward, man.
Yes, sir, Don Juan. He needs us to lock in right now. Don Juan is frustrated with this team, but it's the ebb and flow of the season, brother. So, like I said, this episode, it's a little concerning, obviously, but I'm still in the good right now. I'm still feeling alright. Just have to beat these next few games, and these next few games are huge for us. And it's really time to see what this team is about right now, right here. These next few games, we're gonna see what this team is about. Jalen Brunson, Julius Rand. Quickly, RJ. The names go down. What are you guys about? Or was this season a fluke? Some say the COVID season was fake. What was this season? And right now we gonna make our mark. So you already know, man. Triple M, Don Juan, and Zebo in the building. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Show some love to the guys, man. We out here.
Yes, sir.
Knicks, lock in, fellas. Lock in. You already